Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nat. Today we're going to check out some more things from Mob Beauty. If you happen to watch my full face of Mob Beauty video, you might remember that I miscalculated the amount of products to custom palette ratio. Since filming that video, I've placed 2 more orders. One order hoping to fix the ratio problem, and I added a few more shades. And the second most recent order that I placed is right here, and I thought we'd open it together. And then after we unbox everything and check everything out, I'm going to attempt to create a look. I say attempt because my eyes are still bothering me. Like for the past few weeks when I'm not filming, I've pretty much been wearing no makeup except for my brows. And even some days I've been skipping mascara because the inner corner and the outer corner of both eyes just keep leaking. And they're so itchy and kind of burny. But okay, enough complaining. Let's get into the makeup. So here's the items of my most recent order. This is the Summer Soft Goth Collection. It's the collab with Jessica Haze. Soft, smoky plum eyes paired with a cool mocha frost lip and a pale concealer lip gloss completes the look. Some words from Jessica herself. This collection has stunning cool toned shades that pair together beautifully but are versatile enough to mix with any look. In this collection, we have Banshee, a smoky plum long-wear liquid clay eyeshadow. The shade number is also M211 in case you were wondering. I have yet to try the formula of their liquid clay eyeshadows, so I'm excited for this. I just really hope my eyes hold up. Ooh, look at this though. Then we have Static, which is a cool mocha grayish frost lipstick. Shade name is M212. And the last item in the collection is Veil, a pale milky seashell concealer lip shade of Peptide Drench Cushion Lip Gloss. I have a few of these, and the formula is amazing. Shade number is M213. And the last item that I picked up in this order, but it's not a part of the collection, is the Hydrating Shine Lip Balm in the shade M138, which is a sheer black. A soft tint of color cushions your lips with an infusion of jojoba, mimosa, and sunflower oils. Lush, glossy finish and infused with antioxidants and bisabolol, I think that's how you say it, to nourish and protect. Plastic-free, clean, and vegan formula. This is what it looks like. You know what? Let's just try it out as lip prep. Very comfortable, very hydrating. It leaves just a touch of black, and I quite like it. Now from my other order, I picked up 2 more palettes. These are empty and customizable. Another blush shade in M31. 2 more cream clay eyeshadows. This one is M83 and this one is white, which is M173. 4 more powder eyeshadows. I got white and black. White is M183, black is M181. And then these 2 are M38 and M4. And the last item we have is another cake liner in the shade M140, which is purple, if I remember correctly. All right, give me a sec to actually unbox these things and put them in their palettes, and then we can create a look. Palettes are assembled, and I'm happy to report that I have a spot for every single item. Here's the first one, and I mainly put cream products in this palette, with the exception of the 2 cake liners. Right here we have the Blurring Blot Balm and Primer. This is the cream foundation in the shade Neutral 50. These 2 I actually have on my face right now. I remembered to start off with the primer this time. This is the cream blush in M72, highlight balm in M98, cream bronzer in M77, and the 2 cake liners. This one's black and this one's purple, M140, M141. Now in this quad, I've placed all of the powder face products. So we have 3 blushes and the bronzer. This one is M19. This is the new one that I picked out, M31, M26 blush, but I think this one is discontinued, and then bronzer in M37. This quad has all of my cream clay eyeshadows. And you know what I realized? I didn't swatch any of the eyeshadows for you in my previous video, so let's do that today. First up, we have Latex. This one I use mainly as an eyeshadow primer. Next is my newly acquired white shade, M115. M83, this is one of the new ones that I picked up. M158, M157, M164, and lastly we have M110. And the last custom palette has all of my powder eyeshadows. First up, we have white from today's unboxing, M2, M1, M64, M4, M28, M38, and lastly we have a black. This is actually blacker in real life. I think the lights are kind of washing it out because on camera it looks kind of gray, right? It is a little bit deeper in real life. Here, let's turn the lights down. See if that makes a difference. Not really, right? For today's look, let's start off with the liquid eyeshadow. Again, this is the shade Banshee. And I think I'm going to start off with picking up some product on Nikki's N24. Although I do believe you can put this doe foot straight on the eyes. So I'm going to start closest to my lash line. I wonder if this is even going to work with my tearing eyes today. But let's try our best. Alright, let's just start with that and start blending it out with Nikki's N20S. I wonder how much time we have to blend this out. That brush was a little too soft, so I've switched to Nikki's N16. It just has a little bit more of a denser middle to it. You see this here? It's just all from my leaky eye. It's not a product issue at all. It's a me issue. I'm so sorry. I considered waiting again because I was going to film this video last week, but my eyes don't seem to be getting better, so we just got to work with what we have. I'm going to add a bit more, and this time I'm going to go straight on the eye with the applicator. And then back in with the N16. I would like to try and keep the pigment closest to the lash line, so I'm just blending upwards, up into my imaginary crease area. What a pretty shade though, hey? Alright, so here it is all over the eyes. And I actually just went ahead and did my concealer so that we can add this to the lower lash line. Same thing, I'm going to start off with picking it up on a brush. Again, this is Nikki's N24. You see, it's leaking. But let's keep going. So I'm starting with it tightest to the lash line, and then we'll blend it out with another brush. Let's try the N16. It might be too big, but because it has these tapered bristles at the tip, it might work. It's pretty okay, right? Okay, here it is. Kind of all over the eyes. I really enjoy the tone of this. And I feel like you could just leave it like this as a one and done. Maybe add some eyeliner, some mascara, or half lashes and call it a day. But I'm curious to see how you can layer some powder eyeshadow on top. And I have this pretty new shade to try out. It's the M38, and I'm just going in with a Shoto 00. All right, let's start at the outer corner and pat in some pigment. Again, I'm using like wiggling motions because of my leaky eyes. Let's see, yeah, it just adds a little bit more dimension, right? Again, excuse that spot. I'll fix it when we get close to the end of the video. But yeah, these allergies, man, have been really hindering my makeup applications lately. So yeah, like I was saying before, for the past few weeks, I've been wearing minimal, very minimal makeup, especially on the eyes. I was holding off on filming for a few days, but then I realized, like, I don't know when these allergies are going to be over. And I didn't want to let all these awesome new products that I have to try out to sit and wait for my eyes to stop tearing, so bear with me. I appreciate it. Let's run some along the lower lash line. I might end up switching my brush, but let's try this for now. Now let's take some black on an EO5 from Singe Beauty, and let's just pop it in the outer corner, just to see if we can further intensify the outer corners. Blend it up into the crease area. Like that. Now I'm just taking the N16 again to soften out the edge. Let's take some of the white on a flat shader brush and pop it under the brow for a bit of a highlight. And then I'm curious to see if it looks better with a bit of a brighter inner corner or not. Just with my eye shape and my face being pretty flat, I like to add dimension if I can. Like that. Okay. Just taking the N16 again to blend out all the edges. Alright, so now we have to switch things up just a little bit because of my leaky eyes. So off camera, I already applied my bronzer, which is the cream bronzer in M77. And then I've set my face with the loose setting powder in translucent. I figure if we leave the eyes till last, I won't have to keep touching them up and fixing them. That's my hope anyway. So now let's apply the new powder blush that I got. It's the shade M31, and I'm just using an F06 from Singe Beauty. I forget what this shade is described as. Okay, so I actually just checked. It is described as a dusty mauve. I've just lined my lips with the M159 liner, and now we can try out the Frost lipstick. This is the shade Static. I'm not normally a fan of Frost lipsticks, but this one just looks so pretty that I wanted to try. My issue with most lip products, if you've been with me for a while, you may already know this, but my lips are super, wrinkly, I guess. They're filled with lines. The lip skin always peels off, but I do enjoy this shade. I think it's pretty. What do you guys think? But now let's add veil on top. Here it is. What do you guys think? I absolutely love this formula. I apologize, I just went ahead and finished up everything as fast as I could. Because as you can see, this eye is really bothered now. I originally wanted to use the purple cake liner with this eye look. But again, because of my problematic eyes, I figured it best just to quickly do some eyeliner, throw in a half lash, and call it a day. But here it is. This is the final look with another full face of Mob Beauty products, showcasing Jessica Haze's Summer Goth Collection. I come in close. Different lighting. Again, I really do apologize. This red spot in my eye really messes up the final look. But let's quickly talk about some of the products. I totally forgot to use my Mob Beauty mascara. Again, these eyes are really throwing me off my game. That liquid eyeshadow I'm a super fan of. Now I'm curious to see what other shades are like. Now that I know how easy it is to work with, how easy it is to blend out, and just how flattering they are on the eyes. You guys already know that I'm a fan of Mob Beauty's powder eyeshadows, so I'm happy to have a few more shades in my collection. This new shade of blush is quite pretty, don't you guys think? And I love both lip products that we tried out today. If I were to pick a favorite, it would be this Peptide Drench Cushion Lip Gloss in the shade Veil. I'm a fan of concealer lips, and you guys know that I like nudes. But now we've come to the end of this video. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me, to check out some more Mob Beauty products. Thank you all so much for your patience and grace knowing what I'm dealing with, my problematic eyes. I truly appreciate you all so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Or if it's nighttime for you, I hope you get a good night's rest. I'll see you guys in the next video.